we told you about at the top of this 4 o'clock newscast, police in Grapevine are right now investigating the deaths of 2 South Lake Carroll senior high school students. Police believe 17-year-old Kyle McNutt and 18-year-old Chase Nunez died after a night of doing drugs with 22-year-old Cullen Marino. Now, Marino's father found those teens unresponsive in the home Saturday morning. Cullen Marino is arrested and charged with failing to call 911. And joining us now is drug and alcohol counselor Jennifer Sarden. Jennifer, unfortunately, you've been in greater demand here in the last couple of years because of this problem. What is driving kids to experiment with dangerous drugs?
You know, I don't think what's driving them has really changed. I think it's still peer pressure. They're able to find out more information on the internet, social media, and it just arouses more curiosity.
So it's just as accessible as ever. But now you're saying prescription drugs are what we parents need to be looking for.
Absolutely.
And abuse. What do we need to know?
Parents need to educate themselves on all drugs of abuse, specifically prescription medication. It's an epidemic these days, especially with teenagers, and it starts in their own medicine cabinets.
Do you suggest then us thumbing through their stuff when they're not there?
Absolutely.
Our teenagers. You also say it's really about communication.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we talk about specifically?
As parents, we must keep the lines of communications open. Know your kids' friends. Know where they're going. When they get home, make eye contact, have a conversation, find out, how was your time, what did you do? The lines of communication are probably the most important thing that a parent can do.
So you're empowering us to get in their faces and annoy them.
Absolutely.
And ask questions and be the parent.
Yes.
And that's tough to do if you don't have a good relationship with them and you're starting now in high school.
That's right. But, better now than never,
When you talk about the dangerous drugs that are most prevalent right now, are there any names that you can give us?
Hydrocodone, which is opiate painkiller, Xanax, anti-anxiety, opiate painkillers are probably the 2 most abused prescription drugs. The amphetamines, which are used to treat people with ADHD, those are probably the most common.
Do you believe, because of your profession, that we as parents should be so, I don't know, on the offensive here, that we should almost assume our kids have some of this stuff and are taking it, and if we have that kind of medicine in our house, do we go to that extent? Where we start almost blaming them for things that they may get really upset with?
If you're an involved parent, you're going to see symptoms of your child under the influence of drugs of that nature.
And those symptoms are?
Hyperactivity, just the same symptoms for amphetamines, not sleeping, not eating, weight loss. It's pretty drastic, and as a parent, it's pretty hard to miss if you're involved.
Okay, that's super important to know. Open your eyes, parents. You don't want something like this happening in your home. Thank you so very much. Appreciate your information.
Thank you for having me.
Jennifer Sarden.